Drop it. Yeah.
What is going on, everybody? My name is Flexy, and today I want to show you a test hand video of Crusadias. Now, recently I've been doing some combo update videos, and I think I've even done a deck profile. I'm not sure about that. I gotta check. But yeah, today I just wanted to show the actual like combos with real test hands, not just with starting with the perfect conditions or whatever. Also, the combo line can vary, so that's what I wanted to go into as well. And let me just shuffle this up real quick. I've done a test hand video for our second channel already. I've told you before, I started a German channel with some of my friends. I'm gonna put the link in the description again. You can check it out if you feel like it, if you speak German or whatever. Also, there's some huge news coming, so if you do speak German and you're interested in our team channel, then definitely go check that out and wait for it. It's gonna be there very soon. But right now, let's just finish up the shuffling and then go right into the combo portion of this video. So first test hand, Crusadia Power, Maximus, Reclusia, Leonis, and Draco. Okay, no field spell. That's pretty unfortunate in my opinion, but what can you do, right? So normal summon the Maximus, link it away for Magius, special summon Reclusia, activate the effect and search out the only Crusader that we haven't had in the hand yet, which is Arborea. Then we link those two away into Spatha. Summon the Draco, take back the Maximus. So far this is pretty standard if you're somewhat familiar with Crusadias. Special summon out themselves into zones link monsters point to, and all of the link monsters from the Crusadia archetype have a arrow pointing down, and Draco can take back a Crusadia monster on summon into a link zone, into a zone a link monster points to. Then you link away the Draco into Guardragon LP. And if you summon a monster into Spatha zone, you can move it into a different main monster zone, which we use to move the LP one zone to the right. So there are a zone where two link monsters point to, then you can use LP's effect to summon out the Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. Then use his effect to summon back out the Crusadia Draco, and then use those four monsters to go into a 4-material Saryuja Skulldread. Use Saryuja Skulldread's effect after we shuffle our deck real quick to draw 4 cards. Now, what I could say so far is that basically this hand is pretty much perfect. The only thing I would like to have in addition is either the field spell, so you can still dig into the Gamma Seal and special summon it out, or maybe I would swap out one of the Crusadia monsters for an extender that generates extra advantage, because the Crusadia monsters, they're extenders, but they don't generate any advantage by themselves, whereas the Black Dragon, White Dragon, or the Parallel Exceed all generate advantage. So if I drew into one of those, I'd probably put back Leonis, because he's not level 4 and he doesn't give any protection like Arborea. So let's see. Pot of Avarice, pretty dope. Another power, which is unfortunate. Renryu and Crawler. Okay, so first of all, I'm gonna put back one of the powers. Then I'm going to put back Renryu because we can't special summon him out anyway. And I will put back the Crawler, because Pot of Avarice draw 2 is pretty dope. And also we have a Crusadia card in hand already, a spell card, plus we can search one off of Regalix later. So there's that. Then we will summon out those 2 Crusadias and link them away instantly for the Codebreaker Fire Swordsman. Activate his effect to summon out the Codebreaker 0 Day. Okay, so at this point, since we still haven't drawn into the Waterfront, it is very possible that we draw into it off of the Avarice. However, if we now perform the combo to the end and then shuffle back all the extra deck monsters for Avarice and draw into the Waterfront, it's not going to help us because we can't generate any counters. I'm going to activate Pot of Avarice, shuffle back Magius, Spatha, LP. Okay, that's it. So I have to shuffle back 2 more. I'm going to shuffle back Leonis, actually Draco, and Arborea. So shuffle the deck real quick and then draw 2 cards, which is Renryu and Reclusia. Okay, that's kind of unfortunate because we've used Reclusia's summoning effect already, and also the Renryu is kind of dead. I mean, we could use Saryuja's effect, yeah, we'll do that. Okay, so now we're going to link those two away into Codebreaker, Virus Berserker, activate his effect, summon back the other two, like this. And now what we could do is summon a 3 material Appaloosa. Let's just imagine this is 3 counters right here, okay? 3 material Appaloosa. Then we use Saryuja's effect to summon out the Reclusia because we've used her special summoning effect, I think so. Then we're going to summon Randryu with because we control Reclusia. Go into Regulex. Sorry, no, that's right, Regulex. And then we summon out the Maximus, activate Regulex's effect. Searching us a... Yeah, let's go for it, just to show it off. I'm gonna search the Vanguard here. I could have searched for the Crawler, and then use summon the Crawler in standby phase, use Crusadia power to play around Dark Ruler no more, and then still have the Maximus on board. But what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to use the Randryu and the Crusadia Regulex to go into Equamax, set Crusadia Vanguard, and then in the next turn, also set the Crusadia power, of course. In the next turn, I'm going to, when the opponent normal summons a monster, for example, also it really depends on the deck, right? So the normal summon or any like super powerful field spell or whatever, I'm going to chain Crusadia Vanguard, tribute off the Maximus, summon out from the deck a Crusadia Reclusia into the zone Equamax points to. And then on the summon, you can target a Crusadia card you control and a card your opponent controls and destroy them both. So you're gonna target the Crusadia Vanguard and the card your opponent controls and destroy both. And then not only because the Maximus was here, so he was basically dead, the Equamax couldn't use him for a negate. Now we had an interruption by destroying your opponent's card, and also you can negate by tributing Crusadia Reclusia. And then you also have 3 negates on Appaloosa, which is most likely going to be 2. Well, it depends on the opponent's like deck and hands, I guess. But also, this is also a pretty good thing actually. Now, if we use this, like we tribute the Maximus, summon out the Reclusia, and let's say your opponent normal summoned a monster in order to battle over the Appaloosa, right? Because you used her negate, it's at 1600 attack points, and then he normal summons an 1800 beat stick, for example, and then beats over it, basically losing you 2 negates. You could also use the Vanguard then, tributing the Maximus, summoning the Reclusia, and then popping the Vanguard and the monster that he wants to attack over your Appaloosa with, right? So thereby protecting your negates, and also losing his normal summon, so he has to leave his battle phase, and then maybe he can combo off, but you still have 3 negates on board. So this is a pretty good line of play, and also then you still have the Crusadia power. So yeah, that's a pretty dope board there. Alright everybody, I've shuffled up the deck again, and now let's go right into our second test hand. So we have a Black Dragon, a Red Ice Darkness Metal Dragon, a Leonis, Called by the Grave, and a Reclusia. Okay, at least we started with 2 Crusadias. That's good enough. Still a little unfortunate that we opened the Red Ice Darkness Metal Dragon, but other than that, it's pretty much perfect. Now let's normal summon the Leonis. It really doesn't matter. I don't know why I'm struggling with this choice specifically. Then summoning out the Magius, summon the Reclusia, activate the effect, and now at this point, every time I open like Crusadia Power or like Crusadia, or actually Crusadia Power not, because I can still use it down the combo line, but Called by the Grave, I like to pretend that the opponent throws an Ash and then I just chain the Called by the Grave. But obviously if he doesn't, then you still have a piece of interruption, or also you have a card that you can shuffle back for Saryuja's effect. But right now let's just pretend that we had to use this right here. Then we search out the Draco. Then we go into a Spatha, summoning out the Draco, taking back the normal summon Crusadia, then linking this away for an LP, moving it with Spatha's effect, summoning out any dragon monster from our deck with the LP. In this case, it's going to be Randryu, then we'll banish the Renryu with the red eyes, use his effect to summon out Draco, and then we go into a 4-material Skuldred again, shuffling the deck real quick because we summoned out the Renryu from deck. Now this is pretty dope, that's why I love those Chaos Dragons, but also that's the reason why they're limited, of course. They just replace themselves when they leave the board, and now there's almost no reason at all to put that one back into the deck. So let's see, 4 cards, Rhoda, Reclusia again, Parallel Exceed, and Vanguard. Okay, let's see, did we summon out, we summoned the Reclusia, okay, so I'm going to put back, so those two are pretty dope, right? And I can keep one more of these. So what I will do, I think I'm going to take the reinforcement of the army right here. That's kind of bad though, isn't it? Now the thing is, let me explain this real quick. The thing is, I need to put back 3, right? Parallel Exceed and Black Dragon generate advantage, which is pretty dope. And but I need a Crusadian name to go into Regulex later if I want to. So what I could do is keep the Reclusia, for example, put back the Black Dragon and take the Leonis too. And then I do the combo with those. Go into an Appaloosa, go into Ecomax, summon out the Exceed, but that's not gonna do anything, right? Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with this right here. Okay, I think I figured it out. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna search the Arborea with the reinforcement of the army. Going to summon out Reclusia with this effect, banishing any light monster, Spatha in this case, to summon out the Black Dragon. Summoning out the Link 2 Codebreaker, activating his effect, chaining Black Dragon's effect, searching me the White Dragon and summoning out Zero Day. Then I'm gonna link those two away into the Link 3, summoning back those two. And now I can summon a 3-material Appaloosa. Summon out the Arborea, go into Regulex, summon out the White Dragon by banishing the Black Dragon. Activate Regulex's effect. Search a Crawler. Then go into Ecomax and still have a negate. Or what I could have done is, instead of going into Regulex first, I could have gone with Saryuja and the Link 2 Codebreaker monster into Ecomax directly, summoning out the Arborea and the White Dragon, and gone into a Dawn Dragster. So this could have been the board then, instead of ending on a Crawler, so we have the negate with the Ecomax, we could have instead had a Dawn Dragster spell negate. So it's either a 3-material Appaloosa with an Ecomax negate, or it's a 2-material Appaloosa with a Dawn Dragster spell negate, which, I mean, the Crawler negate's actually better, because that would give us an extra material on the Appaloosa, meaning we have 4 potential negates. But if you like the Dawn Dragster, if you want to have an additional bigger body on field, then I could probably also recommend going for Dawn Dragster. But those are basically the lines of play that I could have gone for. The hand in the end was a little bit unfortunate, because I would have loved to keep the Black Dragon and the Exceed and an additional Crusadia. But then let's play it out real quick, okay? So that was the game state, if I recall correctly. Then we summon out this one by banishing Spatha, summoning the Leonis because it's the only card we can really summon out. Then we link away those two for the... I've done quite a mess best here actually. So this one's banished, this one's in the extra deck. Okay, we summon out this right there and search the White Dragon, and also summon out the 0 Day. Then we link those two away into Virus Berserker, summoning out the other two again. And now we could have gone for a 2-material Appaloosa right here. Actually, that was the wrong card. Like this. Then we go into an Equamax right here, triggering the effect of Exceed, summoning out his other copy, and going into a rank 4, which in this case would be Abyss Dweller. And then we still have one card in hand, so basically that would give us 2 Appaloosa negates and Abyss Dweller, which is pretty lackluster. So the reason I wanted to keep those 2 cards specifically is because they generate advantage, but in this case it was more important to have a Crusadia name, because we need to either go into the Regulars or have a negate with the Equamax still, or like at least like with the Arborea we could have gone for a Synchro 7, so that's cool as well. But the best line of play that we had and that we did in the beginning was summoning out the 3-material Appaloosa and having an Equamax negate with the Crawler, because the Crawler can also search us. Then instead of ending on a 2-material Appaloosa with a Abyss Dweller, we could have ended on 4 negates instead of 2 negates in the Floodgate, plus a Monster Reborn in hand for the next turn, plus the draw for turn, right? So the benefits, I was kind of blinded, I want to say, by the bonus advantage that the other cards generated, but just to explore our possibilities here. You never stop to learn, really, you know, as much as you think you know a deck. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Those were the 2 test hands. Pretty successful, even though I think we didn't open Waterfront in any of the 2, but I'm pretty sure the decks were still more than competent. I like the different kinds of interruptions. So for example, the Reclusia pop through Vanguard, and then playing around Dark Ruler with Crawler and Power. You can also play around Dark Ruler with Crusadia Vanguard, but it's it takes away the pop interruption, because you have to use the Tribute to Summon effect of Crusadia Vanguard on activation. But if you do that, then you're not going to have a monster on field to tribute for Equamax's negate, right? Let me show this off real quick. So you have an Equamax here, you have a Crusadia monster, and you have Vanguard set, okay? And your opponent wants to activate Dark Ruler no more. Then what you can do is you can chain Vanguard, chain Equamax, tribute the Reclusia to negate the Dark Ruler. What you could potentially also do is chain Vanguard to tribute the Reclusia to summon out another Reclusia, but then you don't have a monster anymore because the tribute is for cost, but you don't have to activate the effect. So you can either choose to chain Vanguard and then not use the effect, so you can use the effect of Equamax to tribute Reclusia for a negate, or you can chain Vanguard to tribute off the Reclusia to summon another Reclusia, and then you can't chain Equamax to the Vanguard because there's no monster left. So that's basically the thing. Except if you have 2 Crusadia monsters, then you can do both, basically. But it's still on activation, so it also doesn't really come up that often. I just wanted to mention that. But yeah, other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you did, then please leave a like. And if you didn't, then leave a dislike. But especially let me know what you didn't like exactly, because I'm always trying to improve my content. And if you have any other ideas or thoughts about potential combo lines, engines you can splash into Crusadias very well or whatever, then also leave them down in the comments. I always like to see those. Improving a deck is basically the best thing you can do in Yu-Gi-Oh! So let me hear it. And other than that, guys, see you next time. Goodbye.